Welcome back to Free Play Arcade, the show where I find interesting games that you can play for free. Terry Kavanagh, the creator of VVVVVV, is at it again with a little retro-themed game about stealth robbery. Tiny Heist is a minimalistic game with a graphical style similar to that of the old Apple II or Commodore 64 computers. The presentation is pretty straightforward, with the HUD explaining most of the controls right off the bat. Tiny Heist is a game that takes very little time to learn, but quickly gets more difficult and will not take long to force you to restart. In Tiny Heist, the player controls a yellow spiral, which represents the thief. There are various obstacles to avoid, such as dogs, security drones, and cameras, each with their own sight lines. The objective is to climb higher and higher up a procedurally generated labyrinth, collecting gems and useful items along the way. It's kind of like Metal Gear meets Gauntlet, but if it were made for the Commodore 64. This game killed me a lot, but restarting took literally no time, and every time I died, it was caused by my own lack of planning or awareness. However, each round I played got me further into the maze, where I found new items, new sentries, and more confusing passageways. This is the sort of game that you could play for a minute or two, or well over an hour, depending on how determined you are to get further than you did the last round. This is also the sort of game that rewards careful observation and patience. I would highly recommend anyone with a love of strategy games or retro gaming aesthetics take the time to try out Tiny Heist. Hats off to you, Mr. Kavanagh. You made a compact and potentially addictive game that I'm probably going to keep returning to find out what, if anything, is at the top of the tower. If you liked this episode of Free Play Arcade, please consider subscribing and sharing. I have new episodes every week. Also, if there are any free indie games you'd like to see me cover in Free Play Arcade, leave a comment below or shoot me a tweet. Thanks for watching.